Oh, shoot. Hi, everybody. I did not mean to hit live. I got to come back. I hit the wrong button and y'all are sideways and I can't, I don't think I can get it back. Dang it. Are y'all seeing me okay? No. So tonight I got to do it this way. That just really sucks. No, I'm not going to do it. Hang on. Let me figure out how to do this. I'm gonna, if I hit X, I'll end it, won't I? And I
Yeah,
can't
but
start it again.
mine says the live event will be like it hadn't started yet. Nobody has said anything.
It says I'm 51 seconds into it.
Oh, there goes the
Yeah.
ad.
Um, everybody, I messed it up. We're going to have to, okay, everybody that is on here, I've got it sideways. don't, I don't know whether to keep going with it sideways. I actually hit the button. I don't know whether to keep going with it sideways or, I mean, up and down portrait or to close this one out and everybody hop over to a new one. I don't know what to do. Um, this is really weird. I'm so sorry. And it's almost dark here, as you can see out the window. So Frugal RV Gal and I, there you are. There she
Oh,
is. We are sitting here in my RV and got all the lights on so that you can see me. But yes, it locked my screen and I can't turn it sideways. So I was turning it sideways when I accidentally hit the button. And hi, Betty. Thank you. She says that y'all can see me fine.
that's how it looks.
Is it, but that's on your phone. On a TV or a
Yeah, I don't
computer,
know.
it's going to look really bad. So I'm not sure what to do. Oh, thank you, Marie. That is so sweet. Um, it's fine the way it is if you're watching me on a phone. If you're watching me on a laptop or on, and it's really awkward for me to hold my tripod this way. But if you're watching me on a laptop or on the TV or something, this is probably going to be really bad. Sunny says his iPad is okay. Um, and okay, Sue's at large. Hi. She says it's okay on her. Oops, I just knocked my light off. She says it's okay on her. And I'm going to probably be jiggling for a little bit while I figure out how to hold my tripod. So hey Pearl, long time no see. I came home after our lunch today, Pearl, and I crashed. I just got up a little while ago. I set my alarm to be sure that I could get up in time for uh, my live stream. And Brenda, I don't know what she says I'm on her laptop, but it's okay. See, I'm small. D says I'm skinny. I'm not sure what that means. Oh no,
Well,
that's
if
what
I
it looks like.
that or that.
So if you look at the chats, I'm real tiny. See, I'm
You want
thinking,
to do it? Change it.
yeah, but if I start over, uh, we'll just leave it like this. Yes, Alexander, I know I'm on portrait mode. That's what I was saying, and I just I messed up. I hit the button trying to turn my phone sideways, and that made it go to portrait mode. So yes, I know, guys. I know I'm in portrait mode. I'm asking you if you want me to stay on here in portrait mode, or do you want to start a new live stream in landscape? That's what I'm asking you. Do you want me to stay on here in portrait, or do we want to skip over to starting over to a landscape mode? That would mean closing this one and starting a new one. And Robert could, or Kathy, even Jana could give you, the Frugal RV Gal could give you the new link. Um, so anyway, that's what I don't know what to do. I'm so mad at myself for hitting the button too soon. I'm so sorry about that. And let's see. Oh, everybody's on here tonight already. That makes me so happy. How's everybody doing? Okay, Lori says stay. Kathy says stay. And no, Dee, YouTube, once you are go live, you are locked into whatever mode you have, and it will not let me change. Um, and yes, Robert just said that same thing. Okay, so y'all are saying say stay, and so I will stay in portrait mode. And there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm so sorry. But I will just stay then. Unless I intend to dance, I'm fine. Hey, you never know. I might get my groove on. And so thank you, Steve and Doreen. Uh, I appreciate that. I think I'll stay. Y'all have given me the feedback I needed. Now, y'all are what matters. Um, she's getting text over there. We've got a friend whose husband was in the hospital today, and so she's following up with them to see how he's doing. But we think he's going to be okay. So, um, that's true, Spirit Junkie. I don't think notifications would go out again, so we'll just stay here. But I'm so sorry I did that. You never know what you're going to get on Friday Night Live, right? Oh, Lori, thank you. Today was a crazy, crazy, crazy busy day. Well, actually, so many days have been in a row. We can all identify with that, right? I have bed hair from taking a nap after went and had lunch with Pearl. That was so wonderful, and we had such a good time. And ran errands before that, ran errands after that, and got back to our campground, which I'll tell y'all about in a minute. You are not going to believe how crazy it has been at this campground and what happened to us. We really did get kicked out. Frugal RV Gal is actually going to do a video on it. I'm not even going to do a video on it. I'm going to tell y'all about it tonight, and you'll have to check it out on her channel to get the particulars. I just can't do a video on it. I'm like, "Arr!" But anyway, so I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. But we got here back to camp around 4 o'clock, and I was like, I gotta lay down. I did want to. If you've read my book, you know I shared in there how there after my surgery, 2 or 3 times a week, I'd be walking along, and it didn't matter if I was in the middle of a field or what. I had to go to sleep, and it was kind of like narcolepsy. And I used to do that 2 or 3 times a week, and now I only do it a couple of times a year. And today was one of those days. We got back to camp, and we went. I don't know if y'all. I'm probably like TMI, but we went and ran errands, and we went in Jana's truck camper, and we left my RV Phoenix at the campground. Well, it's not really a campground. I'll tell you the story in a minute. But so we were in her truck, and so my groceries and everything from errands throughout the day was in her truck camper. And I'm like, Jana, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gotta lay down, and I gotta go to sleep. And I gotta go sleep now. And within 5 minutes, I hit the bed, and I just went. And I had enough forethought to set my alarm, but I didn't even. I was out like a light. And so and Pearl today gave me such sweet gifts. Thank you, Pearl. Anyway, Lori, you were saying that you loved my book. Thank you. And today was the first day that I got to see my book because Pearl had ordered it. She ordered it in paperback. And it's also available in hardback, but at the time she ordered it, she wasn't able to get that in time. And if y'all order any of my books and dumbass Amazon says that's not available right now, I don't know what they're doing. It's print on demand, and so yes, they're going to be available. And then so if you try back, they get that corrected, and there is nothing we can do about that. There are authors and all kinds of people with products on Amazon griping about their issues lately. But I promise you, my book is available in digital, Kindle, paperback, and hardback. And if you have trouble with it, please let me know. Not that I have any control over Amazon, but I still want to know. And I'm really, oh, let me see. And so I'm really, really kind of real irritated with them for giving people error messages like that when it's not true. But can y'all see that? That's me and Pearl today at lunch. Looky, Pearl. And it's on Jana's phone, and that's me getting to see my book for the first time. It was such a treat. And I just loved it. And Sue's at large, thank you. I just it was just so much fun today to be with Pearl and to see that. And then yesterday, we had lunch with Leslie, who did a forward in my book and was my first payee turned trustee. And then a couple of days before that is when we saw Pam. Right,
Mm-hmm.
saw Coco Fam member, one of my patrons, Pam. She's on here sometimes as PJ Pittenger, and so it's we've had a wonderful week of visiting with people, and so I've been wearing my my patron family T-shirt, and it's got all my patrons listed on the back when I go to lunch with them, so they can see their names. And today, Pearl surprised me. She showed up in her own Coco Fam Patreon T-shirt, and so we were twins. I loved that. Oops, I knocked my light over again. This is going to be difficult to hold this. Um, I am wondering, y'all hang on. I'm going to reach under here. I think I can
Do I
just
need
get
to
it.
get something?
No, I think I can get it just right here. Not that one. I'm going to get a different tripod, you guys. The one I've got is for holding it sideways. This is the one I'm wanting. No, not that one. The I'm knocking everything down, and I think I'm making us lose signal.
It's live TV.
It's live TV. Not this one. I wrapped myself up in my own lighting and everything. I really was ready. I just wasn't ready for me to make a mistake. That's the one I want, but it needs that uh, head on it. No, it needs this head on it. I know what I can do. Hang on, I got this. All right, we got this.
What if you just hold your phone?
And then,
And then
uh,
you get your dead cat on it.
oh yeah, that's not gonna work, and it has to be
Yeah.
sideways. So I can't do that.
Nope.
Okay, so I have to hold it. There's no getting around it. I have to hold it, and I'm just got to quit knocking stuff over. There we go. That'll work. All right. Sorry, guys. I really do get prepared before my lives. I really do, and then it just like stuff happens, and it doesn't stay prepared. Okay, so can y'all see me? Okay. Lighting okay and everything. Hi, Cheryl. How's your what's it called? Work camping going?
She's
Uh,
not work camping right now.
she was in Mission.
No, she's just camping there for the winter.
I knew that. Not. Anyway, hi, Cheryl. I knew where you were. So, um, my tripod head does not rotate. Well, I don't know if it does or not, Robert. He's saying, does my tripod head rotate 90 degrees? I don't, I don't know. My neck doesn't even do 90 degrees.
No, not that.
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so. Oh, Pam is on here tonight. Pam, I just got through sharing that we had we got to see you a couple of days ago too. It has been such a wonderful week of visiting. Come on, Bandit, you can come up all the way. Come on. There's Bandito. Can you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody? Huh? He has not been feeling well. He's on antibiotics, and oh. Doesn't help him when I drop him. But he's on antibiotics. And you want to say hi to everybody? And if he's not better by Monday, I'll find a vet that can look at him again and see if he's better. But thinking it is I didn't know male dogs got UTIs. But anyway, he'll be okay. I'm stressed when my dog's sick. That's all I can say. Bandito Cam, that's right. See, he's here. Say hi. Say hi. It's sweet boy. You can tell by his little eyes. He says, "Mama, I just don't feel good." He's been a trooper. He eats, he drinks water, He plays with Sammy. He's not like, but you can tell he just doesn't feel himself. He says, "I sorry, Mama. I just don't feel good. Get the camera out of my face." Hi, Debra. Good to see you. Good to see everyone on here. Sorry about the foil. That's my windshield reflector. I meant to put up my outside cover, but like I said, I got home and I crashed and I didn't do that. So, let's see. Yeah, Patty, it is stressful, right? Um, Oh, you know what, Brenda? I didn't think about that. About with because he had to have so much surgery and everything. I didn't think about that. That might be it because I'm not used to male dogs getting UTIs, and but I forgot about all the corrective surgery he had to have for the stupid people that abused him, and so that might be it. So and Cheryl's saying they can get UTIs too. So he's only been on antibiotics. He's only had 4, and he can take 2 a day. So I forgot to give him his one tonight after dinner. I'll give it to him as soon as we hang up. It'll be okay. They just got through eating. So my cousins are on here, Cindy and Mike. Cindy, I really enjoyed our conversation last night, sweetheart. I love you. And let's see, chasing 70 degrees. What did you say about? I missed it.
About dry.
Oh, male dogs get UTIs. Oh, if you only feed them dry food, they need canned food too. Well, here's the thing. Sammy has to have cooked food. Her mama makes her own dog food.
Thanks to Chasing 70 Degrees. Thank you, Carrie. Now Sammy's eating what you feed your puppy dog.
Yeah.
And so is Bandit.
Yeah, and so is Bandit. So, Carrie, I forgot that you were chasing 70 degrees. I am so sorry. Thank you for saying that, Jenna.
Well,
Hi,
I was typing
Carrie.
it, but you beat me
Yeah,
to it. So.
hi, Carrie.
I was going to polo her today, too.
Yeah, and Jenna was talking about you today. And so Carrie, in case y'all are wondering, it went to the Pacific Northwest with Shalom on the Roam and Frugal RV Gal, and you can see them and their you can see their adventures on Shalom on the Roam and Frugal RV Gal's channel. Chasing 70 Degrees, Carrie helped Jana learn how to make dog food from natural ingredients because Sammy was constantly getting sick, and no matter what dog food, prescription or whatever, and she hasn't gotten sick anymore since, and I mean like sick every day, 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. And anyway, she hasn't gotten sick anymore, and so Bandit is the beneficiary and has been for over a month of eating like that as well. So it's not, I don't think it's even a change in food or anything because it's been over a month. He just picked up a UTI somewhere, and anyway, but by Monday he will have had, I can't do that math. But by Monday he will have had enough antibiotics that if he's not 100% better, we'll take him to a vet somewhere. And so let's see, what have I missed? Oh, C-Dubs, tell Gypsy Pear hi.
C-Dub's on.
Yeah, C-Dub's on. She says she has a bad connection, but she's going to try to listen. She's traveling with Gypsy Pear right now. We miss you. Tell them hi, and I look forward to seeing y'all at my meetup soon. Thank you, Cheryl. She says give him about 48 hours. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By Monday, if I'll take him to a vet to have tests done or whatever, because evidently if he's not better by Monday, then he then they missed it and we got to try again. So Doreen and Doreen and it was from where I used to live, and was a vet tech and manager of a clinic, and she said that they had quite a few males in the hospital with UTI. Okay, thank you, Doreen. And if you can think, please email me if you can think of anything that I should be doing for him that maybe I'm not, because I'm just I'm no good when my baby's sick. I'm just a mess. Oh, my my goodness, Megan, feel better. And I'm glad that you checked in. And let me know how you're doing. Email me or something, okay, Megan? Mano Ferry, you take care of yourself. Let's see. I'll be back up. I think am I, Pat King, looking forward to seeing you soon. So many on here are going to be at my meetup, and I'm so excited about that. I want to show y'all Bandit. Look at him. You see, he just sits. He just sits and he stares and he won't lay down. He says, "I uncomfortable, Mom. I'm not feeling good." Yeah, you sweet boy. Yeah, you're a sweet boy. Sammy loves that food and doesn't get sick anymore. Carrie, she is doing so good. Yeah, she's not hurling in the middle of the night anymore on the bedding.
Carrie, yeah. Sammy hadn't got since we were at that casino. I can't think where we were. But you know how often she was getting sick. She hadn't been sick. She hadn't had any burp issues. I know this is TMI, but anyway.
No, it's not. No, it's important for people to know.
Yeah, she has been doing wonderful.
Yeah. Sammy had digestive issues plus acid reflux. And so she was constantly burping up if she wasn't up chucking, and she doesn't do any of that anymore. Nope. They put her on doggy Prilosec and special foods and everything, and all it took was cooking for her. Yeah. So it's all good stuff. Yes, hi Robin. It's see you and Mary on the 15th. I'm looking forward to meeting her. And Pearl says, did they like the toys? Okay, here's the thing, Pearl. We have to introduce toys to them when we're both with them, because they both are like, mine. That's mine. No, that's mine. You can't have it. It's mine. And, I mean, they get along great, and then they'll end up playing with them together and everything. But when we first give them a toy, they're like, mine. So we're going to give them to them tomorrow when I'm more present and we're home. And like I said, when I got home today, I laid down and crashed. But they are going to love those toys you gave them. Absolutely. So Patty says it would be great to know the recipe for the dog food you're making for Sammy. She's had dogs with similar issues. Do you want to put something on your channel about that?
I've been meaning to do a video. Why don't you talking about all of her issues that she's had and what I've done since then. So yeah.
Why don't I help you make a video while we're here? Yeah, so we can get that up.
Okay. Of course, I just cooked one today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She did just make a batch today, but so maybe the next batch we make or something, I'll help her. I'll film while she cooks and everything, but that'll be up on her channel, Frugal RV Gal, because I don't cook. And I don't want to poison the dogs with something I cook. So we'll get that up there. Oh, Lori, she says for a Bandit Treato. Aww. Thank you. He could use it. I'm going to show y'all one more time because he's just breaking my heart. Oh, every time I show the camera, he raises his head, but he won't lay down. See, let me see if I can get him to lay down. Here, Bubby. You want to lay down? You want to lay down? Be a good little boy. He says, I just don't feel good, Mama. So maybe he'll lay like this. He won't get down. He won't go to the bed. He won't lay on his bed. He just wants to be in my lap. But then he acts like he's so uncomfortable. It's kind of crazy. Thank you for the super chat tip for Bandit, Lori. I'll let you know what he gets. And he only gets, just in case anybody else is watching, he only gets very healthy treats. In fact, somebody gave me a bag of organic treats for him, and he and Sammy love it, and he doesn't get very many, and so don't worry about that either. But somebody gave me a bag of treats for him, little round, now I can't remember what they were called, and he and Sammy love it, and he got one of those today because I've been limiting his additional intake, but he did get one of those today. when I gave him his antibiotic, he got to have a little bit of one of those, and they just love it. And I can't remember who gave me that box for them, and so I'm sorry, but whoever it was, thank you. They love it. Bubby, can't you lay down? He won't do it. He's
Bandit,
just gonna
you wanna
sit
come over
here.
here?
You want to go to Mama Janice's
You
lap?
wanna come over here?
You want to go to Mama Janice's lap? Go over there, Bubby, so you can go to sleep. Yeah, so you can get some rest. He says I don't want to lay down.
You don't want to lay down?
No. Okay.
Okay.
We'll get him comfortable here in a little bit. And I'm sorry to take up so much of the live about Bandit. I really do want to tell y'all about getting kicked out of our.
That was the whole.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. I'm worried about my baby. Yes, he can have treats when he feels better. It is a huge commitment to make their own dog food. We've got it down now to where we can make a big enough batch that it lasts 3 or 4 days?
Yes.
3 days, I think, before we have to cook again. And by we, I mean I'm right there rooting her on.
And I was like, wait.
As she cooks, I'm right there rooting her on as she cooks all that dog food.
Maybe 4 days.
Maybe 4 days.
Yeah.
And then I'm the one that usually feeds them. This evening, well, even this morning, because I didn't get up very timely. The Frugal's been feeding them, but usually I feed them. So, all right, let me see what else I've got. I heard about Chrome's dog Cruzzy. Yeah, and that's why I'm going to take Bandit to vet again on Monday if he's not better, because I don't want it to be stones. And he did. Yeah, if y'all have watched the video about his story, he was a rescued dog from a fighting dog ranch in Mexico. I got him in. Never can remember the name. Nogales? Yes, I got him in Nogales, Arizona. But he came from a fighting dog ranch and rescued from there in Mexico. And they had done a DIY neuter job on him and clipped his urethra. And so when I got him, I knew something was wrong. And not the rescue group that I got him from. That rescue group in Nogales is wonderful. But wherever he was in Mexico, had done a DIY neuter job and botched it. And so he had to have corrective surgery. And so I did not think about that. And that may be why he is having issues too. Let's see. Hi, Sean. Sean, I've got a gift for you when you make it to the meetup. Yes, okay. I didn't realize Chrome had a live just before mine. But I did hear about that. So, thank you. Hi, Timeless Freedom. I'm sorry that you're not going to be at my meetup, Jenna. I'd hope that you would be, and but I get it, and but thank you for letting everybody know. I think it may have already been taken, but thank you for letting everybody know. And yes, my meetup is November 15th through 19th, and I hope you make it next year too. And that would be awesome. And I want to see what you've done with the van. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Let's see. They're having a party out at the pavilion, and so we'll tell you. We'll tell you next about where. Let's see. Moral support, Deb. Thank you. Oh, good, Sean. I can't wait to see you. I missed you last year since you couldn't come down. Sean is from the Yukon, and so with 2020, he didn't get to come down from Canada. And oh, D, good. Yes, I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping I can do lives from there. From my meetup, that would be great. That's what I'm hoping for. Suze at large, thank you. Give Bandit a treat or new toy in memory of my wonderful dog Jasper. Oh, who went to the Rainbow Bridge 2 years ago yesterday. Suze at large, you got it. I will do that, and we will remember Jasper. Wow, Sean, you're already in Missouri. You are a driving beast. Um, yes, Kathy, you look lovely in your Coco Fam t-shirt. Oh, good, timeless freedom. I cannot wait to see photos of the van and see what you've done with it. Okay, so there is a party going on out there. Not so okay. How do I even tell them what happened? This is ridiculous.
We
And
made reservations.
yeah, we made reservations. Okay, so let me
a couple of months ago.
yeah, up front. Let me just say, oh, RV Rebel Girl is on here. That's so cool.
Hey.
Yeah. Um. Oh yes, RV Rebel Girl. I got that. We were checking out at the store, and I forgot to respond after we got everything loaded up because we had to run and meet Pearl for lunch. So I forgot to respond to you, but that is awesomeness. I'm assuming that you can play that on your speaker. And I don't know what kind of power source we will have at the pavilion, but we will work something out. I'm very excited. So she was telling me that she got a playlist from Dan downloaded and can, I think it's on a thumb drive. I don't know how we're going to play it. I don't know how that works, but that's a step closer to having music at my meetup. And so God, listen to them. They're really partying out there, aren't they?
Well, you hear the Boy Scouts too.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts too. Okay, so here, without further ado, and again, Frugal will be doing a video on this. I just am not even gonna. I'm done. So even when I was in Wyoming, Sean says he has an onboard generator and 15 gallons extra gas. Awesome. Oh, so RV Rebel Girl says that she can play it on her computer with her speaker. So we're good to go on that. I just got to get
need
powered for her laptop. So I know we'll be able to work that out. Oh, Pam. Oh, Pam. Oh, you
so
Pam,
funny.
you just wait for this story. Okay, so you guys know that I spent most of the summer. I've got to show y'all my dog. Hold on. Oh, he turned his head. Bendito. He was nodding off. I'm sorry, that didn't work. He was nodding off and he was doing this, sitting on the footstool. He will not go lay down. I don't know why. But while I was in Wyoming, so a good while ago, I mean, I'm in Texas now, and so I made these reservations because we knew we wanted to be in the Austin area for a few days to see my friends. And I'm so glad that I got to. I got to see at least Pam, Leslie, and Pearl, and would have liked to have seen more, but it just didn't work out. But I at least got to see them, and I'm so thrilled about that. And the county park requires reservations. And up front, I just want to say that they've been awesome. They've tried. They never once have been rude. They've wanted to make sure that we were taken care of and accommodated. But the first person that I was working with, I might get some of this wrong, but the first person that I was working with, they were new in training, and it turns out they didn't get the reservation in the system, but I got an emailed receipt. And so I just have learned over time to every now and then double check to make sure your reservation is okay. And so I called in a couple of weeks, still in Wyoming, still several months ago. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't show it on the books. And so they got that corrected. But then when they did that, they put it under a different account. So we got that corrected. And it's just been one thing after another. So I've been kind of nervous about this, about the reservations and getting here and everything. So I keep following up. Well, then, you guys, and it's always been something. They finally got the second account deleted, and then I called back to make sure that my reservation hadn't gotten deleted. And anyway, so 2 sites, right, for both of us for, let's see, for 4 nights. So 2 sites for 4 nights. And it's just been ongoing if you're getting the picture. But wait. So been doing all that, right? Well, this week there was a huge thunderstorm that came through, and I did not want to drive in city traffic. We're in the Austin area. I did not want to drive in city traffic. I didn't want to load up during the rains and everything. Didn't want to drive on the highways. It was windy, 50 mile per hour gust cold. In a 28 sustained, I just can't hold this much more. 28 mile per hour wind sustained. And so I called them and I said, okay, we want to keep our reservations, but we're not going to make it to today or tomorrow, whichever it was. I was like, just want you to know, don't give our sites away because we're going to be there. We're just not going to be there today. Can you hold this for just a minute? I got to take my jacket off. I'm getting really hot. Hold on, guys. I don't have any windows open or anything because it's so cold outside. And all of a sudden, it's getting warm in here. I think because of all the lights I have on me so you guys can see. But I'm never going to get this story told, am I?
Well, it's kind of long.
Yeah. And while she's holding it, I'm going to drink.
I got it for a minute. I'm just not looking at Chad. I'm holding the camera, so go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so and I was nervous about doing that because there had been so many mix-ups along the way. Yeah, that's probably it, Kathy. Me thinking about this story is getting hot because y'all are just not gonna believe what happened. I'm just like, ah! Anyway, so she was very kind, and like I said, the staff have all been kind. They've tried. It's not like they've tried to mess things up. They've tried. And she was very kind. And she said, well, instead of just losing that money on Wednesday, would you like to just move everything forward and stay until Sunday? And so I checked with Jenna. I texted her and said, what do you think about that? And she's like, yeah, that'll work. And so I told her, I'm like, yes, but I just want to make sure our reservations don't get messed up but that's we have to have these reservations because we're going to have to be in the area. And she was like, no, I'll email you a receipt and everything. And, so then she calls back in a couple of hours, wasn't it? A couple hours later, she calls back and she goes, oopsies, I double booked you in one of the sites and, for the extra night and I'm going to have to drop one of you. And I'm like, where's she gonna go? You can't, because it happened to be Frugal's site, but she's like, I'm like, where's she gonna go? It's not like you can just go, oh, you can stay, but you can't. And so then she worked it out with her boss to let Jana stay in overflow. And I said, well, can I get that in writing? Can we do something in writing, because there's camp host here, there's the park manager here, and I was like, I just don't want to take any chances. And so she says, sure, I can do that. And I said, and will her truck camper fit in the overflow? And so she's like, well, how big is her truck camper? And I said, well, I don't know the length, but it's a dually and a 4-door and got a huge truck camper on it. And my rig is 23 feet. I can move to overflow if I need to. So she knew, we talked about the rigs and everything. And she's like, no, either one of you should fit. It'll be okay. And she even put that on the receipt that she emailed me. Well, we get here and we get met. Oh, wait, you want to say something?
You have to talk about the Boy Scouts.
Oh, that's true. That's
because
true.
You've been here before
That's
when
true.
the Boy Scouts were here.
That's true.
Right?
Yes. So every year I come here. Every year. I've got Lucy lights up so you guys can see me. So every year I come to this park because it's a really one of the best places to camp. And I'm not going to tell y'all where it is, and you'll see why in a minute. So hang on. But anyway, so the first year I came, and I was really good friends with the park manager. She retired in April. But we used to hang out together when I was here. We would cook out and grill hamburgers or hot dogs together. She lived on site in a house, and I've been up to her house, and so her name is Susan. And so I was really looking forward to Susan, and seeing Susan was sad when she retired, but I got to see her. That's another part of the story. But the first year I came, they were having the Boy Scout Jamboree. Not just a local troop, a Boy Scout Jamboree. Hundreds of them everywhere. And so she told me, always ask if the Boy Scouts are going to be here because they come here quite often, especially in October and November. And I'm like, okay, I will do that. So early on, when I was in Wyoming, when I made these reservations, are the Boy Scouts going to be there this weekend? No, no Boy Scouts that weekend. They're not. They're coming in October.
The next weekend.
No, that was October. That she said October then.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, great. So every now and then, in all of these haphazard communications that we've had about changes that they've had to make, I've said, and so that's not the weekend for the Boy Scouts, right? No, no, not the weekend for the Boy Scouts. Don't worry about it. Well, we got here, and we were met by
The park host.
the park host, the park manager.
Well, the park host, and he called the park manager.
Yeah, I mean, he came running out. I mean, like waving his arms and running out. And then he called the park manager, the new park manager, and he came out. And then, and he had like the maintenance guy manager with him. And he's on the phone with the Parks and Recreation department, a director there. And I'm like, what is going on? And there, no RVs are supposed to be here. Now, I've always stayed in my camper van. But I had talked to her about our RVs. I had asked if they had hookups yet because I knew they were working on it. And she had said, yes, unless you want them primitive. And I'm like, no, we don't want, if we've got water and electricity, we want water and electricity. And she goes, oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, they don't have water and electricity. The Boy Scouts are here. And they don't allow RVs anymore. Since July, right, is what they said, since July. And I'm like, what? And they were going to boot us out. And I'm like, look, I made these reservations when I was in Wyoming. She drove all the way from Washington State. I've had these reservations for 2 or 3 months. I've got probably 24 email exchanges and 5 different amended receipts from your office. Nothing I've had anything to do with. I was like, where do you want us to go? Anyway, so they were saying, we can put you in the parking lot of the park because this is a county park with lots of trails and everything.
The upper level.
The upper level. Well, the upper level, y'all probably can't hear it, but they're over there having a party, and it's the pavilion. It's kind of like where everybody parks to go to the pavilion for parties and everything. And I thought, well, that's better than a truck stop, and you kind of have to go with the flow sometimes. But I was like, okay, that's fine. He goes, y'all have to move there tomorrow. That's when we found out about the Boy Scouts. He goes, but y'all have to move there early in the morning because the Boy Scouts are going to start arriving. And I went, what?
Yeah.
it was
Boy Scouts are coming.
It's insane. But here's the thing. Here's how it works out. If you're nice with people and you work with people and you try not to lose your shit, which I almost did, here's what happened. They ended up putting us on the outskirts of the park. We are in a beautiful pecan grove. You've got it. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this.
We're in the driveway.
That's us. That's the park man. My friend Susan, the park manager that retired. That's the house that's empty right now. Nobody's in it. We're in her driveway on the outskirts of the park. We have our own Shangri-La. Nobody.
I know, it's awesome.
There is nobody up here. And that just shows where we're parked.
That's the house.
Yeah. And that's where that's in the driveway. And so that just shows where we're parked, but it doesn't show you the beauty around us. We're just surrounded by pecans and fields and deer every day, every night, all day. And down at the park also has some donkeys that they keep, and those are down by the pavilion. But we have our own walkway down to them without having to go into the park to see everybody. We have it's like we reserved the park for ourselves.
Yeah.
And so they made good. But we won't be back.
The park manager did Yeah, the park manager took care of business and he made it right.
Yeah.
And we're more happier now because the Boy Scouts are
Yeah.
the whole park is full with Boy
Oh
Scouts
God,
and there's
yes.
pavilion party
Parties.
going on right there and we're up
Yeah.
on the hill
Yeah,
at the
we're
park manager's
yeah,
house.
we're away from all of that. We get to see all of that down there in the park, and we just have our own little Shangri-La up here. It is amazing. Oh, I see that somebody sent me a super chat while I was talking about that. Oh, Sean in New Zealand. 100 days houseless but not homeless in Auckland. Timing not great as I'm working full time while we're in COVID lockdown. I get that, Sean, but your perseverance is amazing, and you are sending me a super chat tip from New Zealand. That just means the world to me, and I appreciate you. You've been with me a long time. Thank you. But you guys, I'm going to try to catch up on comments. But is that not the craziest? And it started with I did kind of not kind of speak up. I did kind of go. Jenna's looking at me.
What?
Like, when I said I did kind of speak up, I told them, I said, guys, I got to be honest with you. Do you remember what I said? I said, I'm not a happy camper right now. No pun intended. And I wasn't laughing at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me tell you a little bit of a history of how this has gone. And actually, when we got here, the 2 days prior to that, both days, I had talked with the office manager at the recreation department and to verify again. So I was not a happy camper, but they made it good. So we're up here. We just have we can't have a fire up here because there's no fire rings. But we are
bought firewood.
Yes, Michael. And we bought firewood, so we've got firewood sitting out there that we can't use. And from here, we're starting to head west for my meetup. And I don't think we're going to be, yay! And I don't think we're going to be staying anywhere where we can use the firewood. But I'll be dang if I'm going to leave it here for them. So, yes, we had to pay for this mayhem. They didn't offer any kind of refunds or they didn't offer any money back. But that's
okay. We're not with the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we're not with the boy. We can hear them down there.
We can hear them.
Yeah, there's again hundreds of them, and they're down there hooping and hollering. And
I'll go down there tomorrow and take pictures and videos.
Yeah,
all those tents.
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't have it on you.
No, I'm gonna go down there tomorrow and take pictures of all those tents and all those kids. And...
You should go get a video of the party at the pavilion tonight. They're over there rocking it out. Maybe we should go join them. Tiffany from Rochester, New York. Hi. Anyway, so it worked out. We were so tired when we got here. And it was just awful. Cindy says the place needs some office management training. And I mean, they just met anything and everything from day one when I made these reservations back in July. Anything and everything that could have been messed up along the way, over and over, has been corrected, but it got messed up. It was crazy. But yeah, I got here and they're like, yeah, you can't stay. And we were like, what? What do you mean we can't stay? It was crazy. Love you too, Elizabeth. That's my niece on here. Sean H says, could I play Camp Mother? I could probably play Camp Mother really well, but I do not want to. Not going to happen. So it was crazy. All right. So, getting fancy with the lighting. See up there, I've got that Lucy light. I've got that Lucy light, and I've got, this is going to blind y'all. Be ready. Go, and I've got that light. And I got to figure out how to get it on I have a shoe mount that holds a mic, and it's supposed to be able to hold a light, but I don't have a way to get that light on my mount. And I got to figure that out because it's a pain in the patootie. Robert, maybe that's something you can help me with tomorrow when we're doing our call tomorrow. That would be great. Dewdrop In says full tiny house should be there. Oh, for the Boy Scouts. Yeah, that would be great. Oh, good. Thank you, Robert. The Boy Scouts didn't look, and see, that's the other thing. The families come with them. So the families kind of, my understanding is from the camp host the families kind of camp on the inside of the circle, and the Boy Scouts are all in their tents and everything on the outside. So it is just loud all the way around. But they're not all teenagers. Um, so oh, thank you, Lori. She sent me a super chat tip through PayPal. I can't get it because my phone is in the wrong orientation, so I can't see it. So I'm glad you told me. Thank you. Talk to you later, dear heart. Yeah, cray, Rebecca. I agree. Okay, RV Rebel Girl. Bye, sweetheart. Talk to you soon. Van de Go, de Gamma, Betsy Reed. That's awesomeness. All right, so I'm going to take another sip. You have anything you can talk to them about?
The donkeys.
I can't. Oh yeah, tell them about the donkeys.
Well, there's donkeys. They feed donkeys. They have donkeys at this park, and I'm gonna go check that out more tomorrow. But we did go see them briefly last night, and Sami and Bandit got to see the donkey. You tell them about the funny part about feeding them grass.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's a sign that says you can only feed the donkeys hay and grass.
A handful.
Yeah. So
yeah.
tell them about
So the sign says, please do not feed the donkeys anything but a handful of hay or a handful of grass. Okay, these donkeys are in this heaven. I mean, they've got, I don't know, 2 or 3 acres, and it's fully seeded, full grass, beautiful. They've got their own barn. They've got these donkeys are like they just have it made. And so Jana, just before we left, she picks up a handful of grass.
Yeah, I picked the grass. The green grass. I'm like, okay, they can have grass.
Yeah, I mean, it's what they have. And she held it out, and they came running.
They're like, look.
It's the same grass they have.
Yeah, the whole field they're in is grass, but I'm hand feeding them. And they're like, oh, they have a handful of grass. Here we come.
Yeah.
And then you fed them.
So then one of them came up afterwards, and so I got a handful of grass and gave it to him or her.
Right.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're so funny. So they like grass is always greener on the other side, evidently,
Exactly.
because it was the same thing that they always have. Brenda says presentation is everything.
Yeah,
that's true. Oh yeah, I've sent you the picture of you and Sami with the donkey. You have it on there.
I do.
Yeah.
Let me show.
Oh, that's so funny. That's it, Beth. Beth, see you soon. Grass is always greener on the other side.
Yep.
Oh, good. Tony's going to meet up with C-Debs and Deb and Dennis at White Sands on Tuesday. Yeah, Robert and I went there a few years ago, and it was really cool. So this is from a video that I took for Frugal when she was letting Sami meet the donkeys for the first time. And our dogs were Bandit had never seen donkeys, and so our dogs were just not too sure about it. But that's the one that she first hand fed, and then up came the other one, and she got a clip of that for me. So y'all will be seeing that soon. Leslie B, hi Debra and Janet, hi darling. And Vesta Moon just joined us. That's awesomeness. Yeah, they wanted the attention of a handful of grass. Yeah, that's all they wanted. So Tony will be seeing you and C-Dubs and Gypsy Pear, Deb and Dennis soon at my meetup. Yay! Brenda says I'd rather be a den mother to wolves than the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, me too.
I know, who needs a Mr. Buddy when you have the all those lights. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try this again. You guys, look at my dog. He is just sitting there nodding off. As long as I don't say his name. And what he does, and I don't know why he won't get comfortable in my lap or on his bed, but what he does is he keeps doing that nodding off thing. And at one time he even fell off of there. But he just will not get in anybody's lap right now. I think it's because he's so uncomfortable. And he won't go to the bed because he doesn't want to miss out. He has the worst case of FOMO.
It's FOMO.
It's FOMO that of any creature I've ever met in my life. It's kind of sad and kind of funny at the same time. let's see. Uh, let's see. Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. Not anymore. Mike, the jamboree is, and what's so funny? I'll tell y'all something else. What's so funny is they were saying that they got RVs banned because they don't want the damage of the RVs. I'm sorry, but how do you think all of these families camping in tents and trotting the grass and and he was really concerned. Now y'all aren't going to be letting anything out of your RVs while you're up there, and y'all are going to be camped really
Yeah.
far from the bathrooms and the showers, and it's like, dude,
I
we
have
have
a
our own bathrooms, our own showers, and what would
self-contained.
we're self-contained. What would be and no, we're not going to dump anything on the ground. And so I oh whoops.
A person in a tent is not
Yes.
self-contained.
That's true. It was just which it was just
That's
the
all I have to say.
craziest thing that yeah. And so I finally I'd had enough of him because he said it like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, Mark, come here. And I opened my door and I'm like, you need to look at my RV. And so he stepped in and he stood here and he like did a 360 and he goes, wow, this is really nice. And I'm like, I know, it's a palace. We won't be using your bathrooms and showers and walking down the hill back to the park. We're good up here and you don't need to worry about us doing anything. I was kind of poopy, but I'd had enough. And so anyway, uh Oh, I'm looking at y'all all are all already starting to work with each other about my meetup. That is so awesome. And just be sure that you, if you can, make it for the 4 o'clock opening on the 15th so that people that need sites and people that have sites can trade or whatever you want to do or share. Okay, campsite number 23 is getting canceled. Tiffany, we will miss you, but I understand family matters. Maybe you can make it next year. Thank you for giving everyone a heads up to be watching for cancellations. And I said that in my video. If you want to come to my meetup and it's been full and you don't want to risk coming for the first come first serve and you want to have reservations, keep checking back every day, multiple times a day. A lot of people have been able to snag last minute sites. RV Rebel Girl was one of them. And so let's see. Yeah, thank you, Bev, Nana Adventures. I appreciate that. I just, he was insinuating that we were going to be damaged to his park, and it's like, he's like, and y'all aren't going to be pouring anything out, are you? What do you think all those Boy Scouts in those tents and everything are going to be doing? I didn't say anything, but then, I just let that go. So, um, let's see. All right. Good night, Debra. Glad that you were on here. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone being on here tonight, and thank you for sharing about the meetup. Really looking forward to that. Getting some things in place. I've shared the itinerary on with my patrons, and I'm going to have those printed up. We were going to do that today, but I just ran out of steam, and so I'll have itineraries printed up. The winners of the corn toss and the corn toss championship and the cast iron cook-off challenge, I got it right, are going to get gift certificates. And so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yes, I know, Robert, that's what gave me the idea. And then at Lollapalooza, Strong's Adventures brought a bag toss. Here, I'll show it to y'all. I'm carrying this box around. It is freaking huge. I have no room for it. And I've got a towel down because it's been raining, you guys. But I'm carrying that box around, and so that we can have that cornhole competition. And then that box is going to go to Dennis and Deb of Gypsy Pear because he's going to be the one that is running the championship. And I'm like, I have a prize for you for stepping up and being willing to do that for me. You can take that box. So, Nana Adventures. I hope that I can too. I miss not being able to. Oh, yes. And then the raffle. Thank you, Beth. I'm going to have people bringing. I've got already a Jackery with a 100-watt solar panel donated. And that is by Richard Albert. I've got it's actually back here.
Buddy heater.
I can't pick it up. I've got a buddy heater that has been donated by C Dub's Journey. And I'm already collecting gifts for the raffle, and everybody that is in attendance gets a raffle ticket for free. So if you have anything you want to contribute to the raffle, please bring it, and please bring lots and lots and lots of wood and lights. We just don't. Oh, and yes, Sean has Sean. Oh my gosh, he makes the most beautiful things, and he is donating a duvet that he made. And so I forgot about that, Sean. Thank you. So going to have lots of wonderful prizes. And I think that's it for tonight, you guys. Can y'all think of anything else? I just had to share that story with you guys of us being up here on this hill at the end of, literally, you drive to the end of you have to keep going.
Well, you have to go past the sign that says authorized vehicles only.
Yeah, and then you keep going.
Yeah.
And you go up to the top of the hill.
Now we're at the driveway of the manager.
I know. It is so awesome. Yeah. There's nobody up here.
It is awesome.
We're
not by the Boy Scouts. So it worked out.
Yeah.
Everything works out.
Everything always does work out.
Right.
You just got to keep your cool. But they weren't going to let us stay. Remember, he said you can stay for the night?
Well, I know.
And then you got to go? I'm like, what the hell?
But
yeah, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out.
In the driveway of the manager.
And so, it's just you got to keep your cool and be nice to people because you never know what might work out and what's going to happen. And if I'd have got
all the time in the world.
We got all the time in the world, and if I'd have gotten ugly with him, we would not be up here. I can guarantee you that. He came out loaded for bear, and I want to know what the hell we were doing in his park with an RV, basically.
It out.
Thank you, Patty. Would battery-powered candles help for lighting? I'm sure it would, Rebecca. We're going to have lots of tables around there. So yeah, if you can do that, that would be great. And glad it all worked out, and keeping your cool does pay off, Suze. I agree. I think that's it. I appreciate everyone that has bought my books, and especially my recent book. I'm so excited. I get my inventory next week and have my books on hand to sell and to give away to my top patrons. And so I'm just, life is so good, and I'm really excited about so much that's coming up. And then after my meetup, we get to head to Arizona for the winter and see our friends. So it's all going to be fun. Beth says she has a plastic sheet for rock painting. We'll have to get with that's fine if people want to get together and do that. The person that will be doing my class is Joan. Can your books be released in audio? If I can figure out how to do it, I definitely want to do that. Oh, Cindy, thank you. She said my book is excellent. Pearl enjoyed it. Lori enjoyed it. So I appreciate everybody that gives me feedback on it. Thank you. All right, everybody. I'm sorry I missed seeing you too. Texan Lulu. And Frugal says she enjoyed it. Thank you, Frugal.
I read it twice.
Yeah, she did. She read it twice. Say it again.
Oh, I read it twice. I read the book twice.
She did read it twice. That's so awesome. And Pat, you've read it. Thank you. That's so cool. Oh, good, Robert. Yes, if you can add that to the things we're going to talk about tomorrow, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Bev, I can't read my own books, and I write them, and I can't read them. So I get that. All right, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up and thank you for being on here with me tonight. Thank you for the super chat tips. And thank you for just being on this journey with me. Keep on keeping on. Think about joining Patreon for as little as $1 a month and buy my books. I'd really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Coco.